sociopathy and psychopathy, understanding conditions marked by limited empathy, right? So I want to take consideration that not all mental health conditions look the same, and understanding differences in emotional processing can help reduce fear and misinformation, right? So off rip with the research, sociopathy and psychopathy are often discussed within the same frameworks as antisocial personality traits, involving differences in empathy, emotional regulation, and behavior, according to the APA. In addition, accurate education supports informed responses, healthier boundaries, and reduced stigma from the National Institute of Mental Health, right? So stick with me, grow with me. We're going to be able to navigate throughout this video, right? Well, I really want to be able to offer some strategies for navigating interaction safely and effectively for those out there that are experiencing limited empathy, right? And processing in that sense. However, first segment we're going to dive right into is what are sociopathy and psychopathy, right? So once again, it is that connection of the antisocial personality traits, right? So both sociopathy and psychopathy fall under the antisocial personality disorder, ASPD classification, though they may present differently, right? So they have their differences, don't get it twisted. However, they're in the same bucket in that sense, right? So it also is tied to empathy differences, right? So individuals may have limited emotional empathy, particularly affective empathy, while sometimes retaining cognitive empathy, according to the National Institute of Mental Health. But moving forward, behavioral patterns, let's dive into some of the traits. May include impulsivity, manipulation, rule breaking, or difficulty reforming emotional reciprocal relationships, right? So you may wonder why is that I treat this person good and I'm loving and I'm helping them out and I'm so supportive, but they're not reciprocating that, right? So this may be that issue, right? So in that sense, based off of those behavioral patterns of that individual not being able to understand their emotions of other people in that sense. But moving forward, developmental and biological factors, right? So we have genetics, we have brain structure differences, we also have early life experiences that may contribute, according to the CDC. So everybody's situation is going to be different, but in that sense, there are the traits, emotional differences, like I said, within the classification, behavioral patterns, and then obviously biological factors that cause differences based off the individual's developmental stages of their life. But moving forward, in regards to our next segment, we're going to talk about how these traits affect relationships, right? So how is this difficult for those people to interact and engage with other people, right? So emotional disconnect, right? So difficulty recognizing or responding to others' emotions can strain relationships, right? So there's a difficult in that stance there, right? Trust and boundaries, right? So manipulative or inconsistent behaviors may erode trust over time, right? We have conflict